Hi, this is Mrs. Rose, and I'm just going to go over the Chapter 6 overview in preparation for the test later this week. A couple of thoughts. I wanted to call out kind of the major points, and then one thing that I think is going to be confusing. So, the major points of this chapter have to do with your understanding apostolic and what it means, okay? The hierarchy, and then this concept of apostolic succession as it relates to that, and the linking with apostolic succession to the function of the magisterium. And that is, when we say that the Catholic Church is apostolic, we're saying that it is founded on the teachings of the apostles, right? It is continued through those teachings, and it's supported by the hierarchy, which is the magisterium as the teaching authority, to maintain continuity. You need to explore those points by reading the books and going back to your day, really your day 1 and day 2 notes on this topic. Very, very important. Day 3 and really the 4th day that we were going over this chapter, we were talking about the apostles. I've posted the apostle Google Docs, right, the link to them on Edline under chapter reviews. Go back and become familiar with the apostles and recall our conversations concerning just who these apostles were. You need to know at least 3 pretty in depth, and you need to be able to be fairly conversant in what the apostles provided. So in terms of the missionary mandate, authentic teachings because they were related to Jesus Christ. And then also, to some extent, their martyrdom, with the exception, of course, of John, which we talked about a little bit. And then also the primacy of Peter, right, as the apostle who was chosen to be the leader, or as we say, the first pope. This is the confusing thing. This point about participation in parish life is in your books, page 172. I would go back and look at that. And the domestic church comes from day 4. So I would pay attention to what we talked about the day before the test. The format of the test is 10 matching, 5 vocab from chapter 5, 5 vocab from chapter 6. There's a Quizlet up. They're worth 2 each. 15 multiple choice, 5 from chapter 5, but 10 from chapter 6. One short answer. It's not very hard. It does require that you perhaps either recall the Mission movie or Dorothy Day. So if you don't know either of those, you need to go back through Edline and get the information on those. They are in classwork, supplementary information on those topics. And then one kind of bigger comprehensive essay that is going to address either how the church is apostolic, right, which is essentially chapter 6, or how the church is Catholic, which is essentially chapter 5. So you're going to have to look over kind of the big, those 2 big topics, exactly what they mean, how they are defined, and what they mean today. Another thing is really go back and make sure you know the apostles as well. For extra credit points, if you can write down the name of the 12 apostles, you get 2 points. People use, if you use the word baptism, but replace the A with a J, it's kind of a mnemonic to help you. Okay, that's it.